Why is he doing that? It doesn't make any sense though. Why doesn't he just think about it?
I would often have these thoughts, and it would make me feel negative emotions towards people who were close to me. I could feel the anger, sadness, and resentment building up towards them, which was not a good thing. The other day, I had a talk with my cousin about empathy, and I was like, yeah, it's important. Of course, empathy is important. Everyone needs to have empathy. That is until he explained his vast knowledge on the subject and really opened my eyes to how this may be the most important emotion there is and how complex it is. There are people out there with different personality types who perceive the world entirely differently than you may. I used to think empathy was putting yourself in someone else's shoes and figuring out why they have certain thoughts or why they did certain actions or why they made certain decisions. Now, obviously, this basic level of empathy helps a lot in real life. However, it still leaves out the questions such as why someone's doing something that doesn't make any sense. Or someone else may interpret a situation entirely differently than you may have interpreted that situation. That's when I realized that empathy goes a whole level deeper in the sense that it's not only about why someone may be doing the thing that they're doing, but it's also about how they came to that point, how they came to that conclusion. People have different command functions. Everyone interprets situations a little bit differently. Everyone makes decisions a little bit differently. And the faster you can understand that, the deeper you can empathize with other people. Now, personality types are not law, nor are they set in stone, but they can really help open up your mind and understand what's going on inside other people's heads. For example, me, I'm ISTP.
Okay, so I didn't really properly explain this in the video, but I'm ISTP, which stands for Introverted, Sensing, Thinking, and Perceiving. For the purposes of this video, only the middle two letters are going to matter. So for S, sensing, you can either be a sensing person or an intuitive person. Sensing means that you process information and facts. You're an observant person. Intuitive means that you're a person who processes information in patterns or ideas. And for the next letter, T, that stands for thinking. You can either be a thinking or a feeling person. Thinking means you make decisions based on logic. Feeling means you make decisions based on feelings and emotional values.
A lot of times when someone can't seem to understand the facts of the situation, or when someone's seemingly making a really illogical decision, I can't really understand what's going on, and I just get frustrated and try to repeat it back to them in the same way that I would think of it. When in reality, I may have to either understand that they view the situation differently or present the situation to them in a way that they would understand it better. For example, I have two friends. One is ENFP and the other is ESFJ. Now, we occasionally played basketball together at different times in different places, but there was this one place where if we went at night, the competition was so insanely high, and on top of that, there were so many people that it was very hard to justify going. Like, these guys were all like try-hards, like 6'5", played the game religiously, like seriously. And me and my friends, we're okay, but we're just, at the end of the day, we're just casual players, so we get smoked. Like, the score would all, like, if the score was 11-2, if we scored 2 points, we'd be lucky. And on top of that, it could be over an hour wait just to get our first game in, because that's how many people there were there during these times. And so my friends, they still always wanted to go to this session, and me, being like the thinker I am, said, this isn't worth our time. It's not like this is the only time we play basketball. We can always play at another time and place. It's a school night. Why don't we just go maybe tomorrow after school, after class or something, in the afternoon? So for me, I'm presenting the logical facts. It's a waste of time. We can do this any other time. Why are we doing this now? So, like, very logically. So for me, it's very hard to process why they would want to do that when it's very illogical. It doesn't really make any sense. all the facts don't add up. But for them, they're feelers. So for them, it's hard for them to understand me and why I don't want to go. For them, they really feel like they want to play ball. They want to go have fun. They want to, they feel like getting a good workout in. They're asking me these same questions too. Like, why don't you want to do this? So as you can see, this might not be the greatest example, but hopefully it shows that everyone thinks and processes and makes decisions a little bit differently from each other. For me, they were just illogical, and that was it. I didn't really understand anything beyond that. And to them, I was probably insensitive, and that was it. There wasn't really much beyond that either. But obviously now, like, as I look more into how people work differently, I can understand, why they came to those decisions, how they came to those decisions, and how I can approach that situation perhaps differently in the future. And with that being said, I highly recommend the 16 personalities test. Maybe you can start to understand yourself better, and maybe try and figure out your close friends and your family, figure out what they are, and then you can try to understand and connect with them better. You can understand relationships better, you can understand the world better. And yeah, with that being said, I recommend you try it out. Empathy is a very important skill in life. And other than that, all I have to say is do not run from destiny.